Just in, Labour Party National Secretariat overrules Okupe orders suspension. Wow. We know that yesterday, the Ogun State chapter of Labour Party sacked Doyin Okupe, the campaign, Labour Party campaign DG, and 11 others because of non-payment of membership fees. Now we are having a counter action to that Ogun State sack of those LP members. And what they're saying, we need to hear what they're saying. Most likely they're going to say it's outside the constitution of the Labour Party, but let's see what they have to say. Labour Party National Secretariat overrules Okupe orders suspension. Says Ogun State chapter acted outside constitutional powers. John Alechenu says in Abuja. Okay, so it means that what the Ogun State chapter chairman of the Labour Party did was outside Labour Party constitution. For him to sack a campaign DG that was installed by the federal chapter and federal executive, the state chapter did not have that power to take him out without the consent of the party chairman, party secretary, and other national dignitaries. So, okay, so let's see what they have to say further to expatiate their response. The National Secretariat of the Labour Party has nullified the purported suspension of the Director General of its presidential campaign, Dr. Doyin Okupe, by the Ogun State chapter of Labour Party. It also declared the suspension of other party members by the State Executive Committee null, void, and of no effect. Wow. National Secretary Alhaji Umar Farouk said this at media briefing in Abuja on Friday. Farouk said it has come to the attention of the national leadership of the Labour Party, LP, that Ogun State chapter of the party has purportedly suspended one of the party members who happened to be the Director General of the Presidential Campaign Committee. The Ogun State chapter has acted outside its constitutional jurisdiction. The party has an internal conflict resolution mechanism of handling cases against party members as enshrined in the party's constitution. Therefore, the suspension of Dr. Doyin Okupe from the party by the Ogun State chapter is null and void. He still remains a card-carrying member of the Labour Party and the DG of the Presidential Campaign Committee. Wow. The party is solidly united behind its leads and the leadership of the PCC. The party scribe explained that the national leadership was aware of attempts by members of the opposition in some political parties to influence LP's rank and file at all levels in order to cause disaffection. Yeah, we saw that playing out. We saw it silently. Looks like that was the cause. This, he said, was because those opposed to the LP have come to realize that the chances of the party and its candidates across the board is getting brighter by the day. And according to him, it has become obvious the chances of Labour Party's candidate emerging victorious in the upcoming general election is becoming brighter every day. The party leadership will do everything within its power to ensure that our cohesion is not tampered with and will not be distracted by the antics of the opposition, as our candidates are already cruising to victory, inshallah. He further said, we have also noticed with concern the recent attacks on our party members, candidates, and officials in some states, particularly in Edo, Ebonyi, and Kaduna states, where one of our local government women leader was gruesomely murdered. We call on the opposition, particularly the state governors, to restrain their thugs as well as the security agencies to be more vigilant and carry out their constitutional responsibilities in protecting lives and properties of the citizen. Wow, this is a good one. So what it means is that the Ogun State chapter of the Labour Party acted outside its constitutional powers, outside its constitutional jurisdiction. This constitution now is the Labour Party's own constitution, right? So you can a campaign DG, somewhere like Dr. Doyin Okupe, that was actually instated by the national leadership of the Labour Party. I don't think the Ogun State chapter, a state chapter of the party, will have to sack a national somebody that was assigned a duty by the national leadership without the consent of the national leadership itself. So he should have written or called on the national leadership to say, this man is contravening our constitution, we need to get him off. But the Ogun State chapter chairman unilaterally carried out that action, and now it had been countered by the superiors in the party. All right. Now, what the National Secretary of Labour Party is saying is that there is a process for resolving internal conflict in the party. So if there is internal conflict at any level, that process should be invoked and consulted and used to address and resolve such conflict. All right. So you cannot just unilaterally take an action without consulting a systemic process that's in place to handle such situation should the need arise. All right. So now the National Secretariat has responded and countered that action and said it is null, void, and of no effect. I said, now he went further to say they are aware of other opposition parties trying to infiltrate Labour Party to crack and break them down and cause disunity, because they saw that the party is progressing and the Labour Party presidential candidates are cruising forward and closer to success. And because I think a poll was conducted a few days ago, and it still came out that Peter Obi is still leading among the three major contenders or contestants between Labour Party, APC, and PDP, that Labour Party, Peter Obi, and Dati Ahmed, that is still leading and ahead of other party contenders. And that's why they're doing everything to frustrate them. And from what I'm saying here, they're aware of what is happening in Edo State, Ebonyi State, Kaduna State, and some other states as well. Followed by the gruesome murder of the woman leader of the Labour Party in Kaduna State. All right. So Labour Party is calling on the state governors to manage their talks very well, and they're calling everybody to help and see how they can protect themselves. All right. The governors have sworn to protect lives and properties in their state, and they really have to do that, because El-Rufai cannot sit down there and watch a murder case happening under his nose and he's not doing anything about it. It's not accepted. The same way he has been sitting in Kaduna, and then the thugs and the jihadists in Kaduna are killing the Christians in southern Kaduna day by day, and he's not doing anything about it. Rather, when he sends security forces, those security forces will go there and start killing more people rather than protecting the people against the bandits. So that is what is happening in Labour Party. They said that sack of Doyin Okupe and 11 others in Ogun State is null and void. And so Doyin Okupe remains a card-carrying member of the party with the other 11 others of them. And Doyin Okupe remains the campaign DG for the Labour Party Presidential Campaign Committee. So everything that the Ogun State Chapter Chairman has done is null, void, and of no effect. And I learned also along the line that the Ogun State Governor has been a kind of a rebel in the party for some time now, and probably acting unilaterally in most cases. All right. So if you can't continue to work like that, work against your party, and you are inside the party, you better leave. Something similar to probably what Wike is doing, but not as much as what Wike is doing in PDP. Okay. So, but that's fine. Congratulations, Doyin Okupe, for the restatement and cancellation of that sack by Ogun State Chapter. So he will continue to perform his role as campaign DG in Labour Party. This is an update to the sack information that came out a day or 24 hours or 2 days ago on Doyin Okupe and 11 others. The party national leadership has countered that, and that's a good one, stepping into it to resolve the conflict and for the party to keep cruising without any issue. Thank you for listening, and let's have your comments below.